From the first tip to final buzzer, Houston's new home for Rockets basketball is Sports Talk 790.
Questions?
Were you saving the hack of Dwight for that particular moment, or just felt like that was the right time to do it?
It has to be circumstantial. You know, it was. That was the right time to do it. You know, we're for a couple reasons. One, it gets the ball out of Kobe's hands. You know, and there's not a better fourth quarter player in this league than Kobe. Breaks up a rhythm. You know, it was hard for us to get them out of a rhythm. I thought our defense the last 16 minutes of the game was a lot better. But, you know, they're such a rhythm team. But, you know, I mean, it's it comes under the category you do what you have to do to win the game.
Greg Smith, all over the place, largely in the second half, certainly outplayed Howard, got to a lot of loose balls. Can you kind of talk about what he brought to the table tonight?
Yeah, he's just he's actually more physical than O. He has more of a physical presence than O. O was bigger, but Greg is just country ox strong. And that's just an ox strong kid. You know, I know he gets in the weight room and does his thing, but you know, the good Lord gave him some great genes, and can't move him. You know, to play Dwight, you have to deliver the initial blow. Because if Dwight delivers the initial blow, then he's driving the position. You know, Greg absorbs it and gives it back. So if Dwight can't catch it at 8 and shoot it at 3. You know, he catches it at 8, he's got to make a decision at 8 because Greg is so strong. So. But, you know, tonight's one of those games where, you know, you're a pitcher and fastball's not working, your curveball's not working, screwball's not working. You know, we just had a lot of things that weren't working, but, you know, we just kept trying combinations. You know, James had a tough night, Chandler had a tough night, Jeremy had a tough night. We had a lot of guys struggle, but you know, our bench was good. Our bench was good the first half, and you know, there's a lot to be said about playing the entire 48 minutes and having guys on the bench that you trust that can come through. So Toney Douglas, Greg, Carlos, those three guys especially were tough for us tonight. I
know Kobe got his, but were you okay seeing him versus what he did in LA, where he was much more of a playmaker guy? Tonight it was much more ISO and going sort of.
Yeah, well, we talked about this morning at our shoot-around that you know, Kobe's going to get his, regardless. You know, he took 31 shots. He's going to take enough shots to get enough points. But we didn't want somebody else to go crazy. We couldn't allow Jameson to get 25 or Dwight to get 25. You know, I thought we were solid on the other guys, but you know, this team is built for Kobe to take shots, and if you spend your time trying to stop Kobe, then you run the risk of somebody else going off.
I guess if the fastball wasn't working, you went with the knuckleball tonight. What did you say to the guys at halftime? Because it was two different teams to me in the first half, second half.
You know, there's you know, every coach has pet peeves. My pet peeve is just not being ready to play. We didn't come ready to play tonight.
You pretty much wrote that core of your bench from that run in the third quarter all the way through the end of the game. How concerned were you that?
I could have cared less. I was prepared to win with them and lose with them.
It's usually the norm. Oftentimes, you know, the bench guys go back to the bench, and the starters come for the crunch. You were just they commanded the minutes tonight.
Yes, thought they were pretty good. I don't, you know, it's like our, I have a hard time remembering games. But we've had games where whoever's playing well stays in the game. It's not tonight, it's not the first time we've done that. And whoever plays well, plays. And, you know, starting lineup's not going to change. But they may send a message to the starting lineup. And if it does, good.
How did this Greg Smith compare to the guy you got when he showed up here last February or whenever it was?
You know, Greg's kind of been kind of a pet project. put a lot of time in with Greg. He's that guy that showed up. That guy he didn't know whether he was on foot or horseback. I mean, he was just here. You know, I'm not even sure he knew what the D League was. He sure didn't know where it was. That's for sure. But you know, coaching him in summer league this summer, we had nobody. Everybody talked about the other guys. You know, the sexier guys, Terrence and Jeremy Lin and Royce and Machado, but Demo. But we had nobody on our team that could catch the ball in the paint and score like Greg. He's good at that. Tonight was not a fluke. He can score around the basket, and he's getting confidence. You know, his free throw shootings. What about those 2 free throws he made? Are you kidding me? What was he from the free throw line?
7 of 8.
Yeah, I think last game he was 7 for 9 maybe. You know, he's just he's got a lot of talent. You know, he has a lot of ability. You know, when we came out of McAllen, you know, Kelvin and I talked a lot about who's going to be our backup 5, and I went out on a limb and said, you know, let's make sure that we don't sleep on Greg Smith. You know, but Omer's had such a good year. You know, Greg doesn't have a lot of opportunities. You know, I mean, O's our starting 5, but I think we found a pretty good backup 5.
Coach saw you had it going and left you in.
I like a dream come true, you know, playing as the Lakers up in California, so I watched them go out there and play hard against them and so that I could compete with the best. You know? So, I mean, I feel good right now. The team came through, we played hard as a team on defense and offense, and we got stops and came back and got the win.
Did you asked Coach, what happened at halftime? Because you guys came out flat, looked like you weren't ready to play. Second half, totally different team.
I mean, we just said it, you know, go hard, go home. You know, we down by 15 or 17. We was like, man, you know what? We're going to go out here and play hard and come back and try to win this game. We're going to give up. You know, a lot of kids on this team will give up. We fighters, you know. I told everybody, I'm like, I'm going to go out there and play hard. But 1 minute or 10 minutes, I'm going to do my best. So we give it out there, just got stopped, got the win.
Knocking down those free throws, too.
Yeah, you know, I put a lot of work into this since, you know, off season with coaches and all that. So working on my form, but it's getting better. You can tell. You know, better how to finish.
How critical was it just to be physical with them defensively after they had a lot of easy and open shots in the first half?
I mean, they're a physical team, so they're going to try to like hit you first. You know, you got to be prepared for that. Dwight Howard is a strong guy, so as me as a defender, I have to get lower than him and hit him first. Let him know that I'm there. Let him know it's not going to be easy. And that helps us out. You know, I show my team how we want to hit guys. And man, didn't want us to step the game and hit through with 2 of them, so that Lakers got we're physical too. We're going to win this battle of physicality.
When you look back, how much progress have you made from last year?
A lot of progress, you know. Coming into the league and basically, you know, first year, you don't really know what it's about, but as you go through the whole year, come summertime with the coaches and get to know the players and you know, you just get a lot better, so I feel comfortable right now.
How key was that run? I think you cut it to 4-6, about 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Dwight came back in to kind of make yourselves be a part of the game again. How key was that?
That's a big key, you know, because they're on the bench right now playing against the second team. So we go out there and get the lead out of 6-4. When they come in, we keep playing hard with the energy and having the momentum. We can get the 2-0 and get the lead. So it's kind of good for us to do that.
Did you guys know that when Dwight came back, at some point you're going to pull out the hack and Dwight?
Oh yeah, we had to. You know, even though he made a couple, but you know, you just got to do it just to, you know, build a momentum. Once he misses free throws, they get frustrated. We get the rebound, we push it and score. Helps out a lot.
So he comes in with about 6.5 left. You're up down 7. You guys know it's in your pocket.
Oh yeah, we didn't know we had to do it. If he makes them, we just got to live with it. But he start mixing more, we just stop. But at the end of the game, it worked out in our favor.
Yeah, at the end, those misses cost them the game, didn't they?
It really did.
What do you think is the key for them to get in there?
Today it was just the first group we did a great job. We didn't come out with a lot of execution earlier to get to. Excuse me. The edge came in. That was as a result, and then on top of it too, the coaching, fouling, that helped to kill some of their momentum, killed the we were able to close the gap.
So what's the coach tell you guys during the timeout and half court, halftime?
Halftime, just kind of talk about energy and defense. And that's our bread and butter, is allowing our defense to create our offense. So it's just one of those things we get back to the basics.
Did you feel that fouling Howard kind of frustrated the Lakers in the sense that they couldn't really get into their offense for those 2-3 minutes?
Yeah, absolutely. It kills them. It really does kill them. No one touches the ball, at least on their end. No one's touching it. And just shooting free throws, and then the play stops, so you get a lock down. So it definitely kills them.
How good does it feel when you see the bench step up with you?
It feels great just because on most nights, the first unit, they get, we get all the glory and whatever.
You're not even shooting it.
Et cetera. But on nights like this, man, you just got to be really, really happy with the team because they work so hard. Greg, Carlos, Toney, they work hard just like we work hard. And so it's great to see them out there doing their thing. And I think we're all really, really happy. And, they deserve it. They got this one for us.
You guys have been red hot at home lately. Tonight started out struggling shooting the ball. Was there more Laker defense adjustment, or just not knocking down open shots?
I'm not really sure. I think we weren't getting those open shots, and I think we were just a little flat energy-wise. This is a good example of the shots aren't necessarily falling. Me, Chandler, and James all had rough nights, and so we had to, find a way to win, and that's the best thing about tonight. We found a way. Ugly, but still.
It's sore. It's definitely sore. It's just something I'm gonna have to deal with, and just keep rehabbing every day because the amount of games we have, the amount of minutes I'm gonna be playing is gonna keep nagging me. And, it's just something I have to fight through.
Does that affect your shooting at all?
I don't think so. I mean, this is my first real poor shooting night of the year. And, I don't think so. Our bench was huge. They won us this game. Greg was unbelievable, knocking down free throws. Carlos played great defense on Kobe, made him tough shots. Toney hit unbelievable shots. And, I think that was just a great effort by those guys. They deserve to be in the game at the end of the game, and they won us that game.
What was the difference in the second half?
Just moving the ball. I felt like we were real stagnant early on. We were turning the ball over way too much, and we started moving the ball and getting a lot easier in the second half, and just continue to play defense and get out in transition.
Chandler, when you're on the bench watching these guys in the crunch, would normally you be in there.
Right.
What you become a fan yourself, or
I
root for these guys?
Yeah, I was up on my feet. I wanted to win, and Coach Sampson went with the guys that it was working with. I don't blame them at all for that. They played great. They deserved to be out there. So I was out there jumping around. Me and Jeremy, I couldn't even watch the free throws. It was crazy, but I'm real happy for those guys, and we're going to have them play like that all year long for us to keep winning like this.
How much did the Hackett strategy change?
It worked. It's something that we talked about and shoot around that we could possibly do, and it worked to our bench.
Lamb's in foul trouble. In the second group, we had a rhythm out there, and Coach kept us on the floor. I feel like our bench is going to be key for us down the stretch. We got the coaches and the teammates, all our teammates got to believe in the starters and the bench, if we want to get to that. Our goal is playoffs. So I think that's going to be real key.
Tony, what do you think about the play of Greg Smith down the stretch where he closed the game out for you guys?
Man, he was big, man. I always say Greg, he could be a great pro. He's young, big, strong. Just keep putting the work in. I feel like he's going to be a great pro.
How much pride is there in being the bench player?
How much pride?
Yeah.
Oh, man, it feels good. You accept your role, no matter what. Control what you can control. And come, me, Carlos, Greg, come in, bring energy, fast, up-tempo, and play with energy. That's our role, what we do. And that's it right there.
What does it say about this team that y'all were able to? What does it say about this team that y'all were down the whole game and y'all were able to keep pushing through with such a good team y'all were playing?
We kept our composure. When we faced adversity, we didn't hang our heads and let it get 17 to 30. We played one possession by possession, and our crowd helped us, our fans. That's a luxury playing at home. it helped us, and we got on the run. Basketball is a game. It's all about streaks. Everybody's gonna have their streaks.
Toney, how important was it, even though you weren't shooting well, for the team to keep it manageable?
It's real important. It's real important. No matter what, you know, Coach always tells us, you know, it's going to be nights where we don't shoot the ball well. It's going to be nights where a certain person like James, he's our starter on our team, and Lin, that they're the core of this Rockets team, that they're not going to have good nights. You know, we got to have other players, you know, to step up. And I think tonight we did that, and other games we did that. And that's going to be key, and that's going to only make us more dangerous.
We didn't play, you know, well throughout the entire game. I think fourth quarter, we kind of picked it up, and we still didn't make shots, but we played defense. And got a couple easy baskets and free throws.
On a night where some of your shots weren't falling, were you kind of telling yourself to keep trying to facilitate, you know, to get the ball to other players?
All my shots didn't fall. Yeah, I just try to do other things to impact the game. You know, I think I had 10 rebounds or something like that. So just try to find other ways to help my team win. You know, my shot isn't falling, and you know, guys like Greg and Toney and Carlos, and you know, stepped up and made big shots and made big plays.
How huge was the bench player tonight?
Phenomenal. You know, like I said, they made big shots, big plays. Greg did a great job being physical. Dwight, you know, finishing around the rim. Carlos made some big shots and played some good defense as well. So, like I said, guys need to step up tonight.
Do you have an appreciation for those guys? Because obviously you were one of the most well-known bench players in the NBA, Sixth Man of the Year. Do you have a special appreciation for those guys?
It's tough. It's tough to come off the bench and produce, you know, and have an impact on the game. You know, so I praise those guys for coming in and do that. Not just one guy, but it was several guys that did that tonight. So that shows the depth that we have on this team. You know, we got 10 guys who can, you know, 12 guys who can come in and impact the game at any point.
So what do you think the team could have done better?
A lot of things we could have done better. We could have played better defense, consistent defense. A lot of too many easy baskets, and I think our offense got stagnant at most parts of the game. So a lot of things we could change and work on in practice.